Hey everybody, and welcome to the preseason for the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for definitely not October, but yeah, October. October and November. I guess Christmas and July. We're bad at time. I'm Sardek, and with me tonight is Barren.
Hey everybody, how you all doing?
And God, let's hope this goes smoother than a month ago, because it did not go great.
Yeah, because I remember watching the playback. I'm like, that ended abruptly.
Yeah, after having problems with 3 matches in a row, I'm like, all right, we're done here. Just shut it off. I still have the preseason uploaded to the YouTube VODs. I think I deleted the first 2 days of real matches since I didn't really finish most of them. So it's just October playlist on YouTube is 1 match. That's it.
Yeah, so that should be called the October to Forget.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep the archive there because I'm nothing if not open with the failures, but I mean, we're in beta for a reason. Anyways,
that's true.
All that aside, we'll get the party started, and you will see things actually working this time. So, starting up, we have Ajorably versus Sardek 2, Pan Purdue Recipe versus Demo Team. I don't actually have the match record numbers from the preseason still recorded. I deleted them while I was moving things around. I think I won this one, but I only remember that because it was my team.
Of course you would. Screw everyone else's.
Yeah. My tournament, my teams. But for Ajorably, we have Sugar the Mime and Vanilla the Mime. Heavy Cream the Paladin with a Chaos Blade, as well as Item Overflow and Dragon Spirit. And Egg the Bard with Basic Skill Auto Potion, Equip Shield, and Defense Up. Starting Haste on the Bard, I guess Fairy Harp for the charms to go on top of I think this is a Battle Song Bard, because the mimes scale really well on that. And on the other side, we have Sawyer the Time Mage with Item Barrier, half of MP, and Magic Defend Up. Peyton the Lancer with Basic Skill Damage Split and Jump +4. Jump 9, Lancers do a lot of damage on jump. Landry the Sage, double Dragon Rod and Red Shoes with Weapon Guard and item for if the shoes get destroyed. And Brooklyn the Chemist, who cost a sum total of 0 JP because I was out because of how expensive these two were.
So you had to bought them for the bare minimum. Will work for food chemist.
Yeah. Doesn't even have Phoenix down. That's on the Time Mage.
Okay, I see. I think Phoenix down to 0 JP, I think, anyways.
They are. But it's on the Time Mage and not the Chemist, so... Oh well, Chemist, just swing your axe.
Alright.
So we'll go to Large 40.
Okay, so we got your team is in the red and your opponent's team is in the white.
Yep, Ajorably in white, me in red. I built this preseason team entirely because I was annoyed that there was no Lancers with jump in the main tournament, so I wanted to demonstrate that it was big. Also, you'll notice immediately one of the major AI changes. They actually are willing to use regen at full health.
Which is a very good change, because why would you use regen once you got hit?
Yup. I actually had to customize Doku Riders a bit to make that happen. So that one is the only one I'm directly responsible for.
Yeah, plus, jump, you want to make it big, 'cause I think now where base and jump damage based off the jump stat. Like, we did that in Arena 2. Axe shot? Ooh, an auto potion on the undead bard. And
Yes,
down he goes.
slight mistakes were made there.
Slight mistakes, and that's putting it mildly.
Well,
but he does have 11 speed, so he may get back up very shortly.
the thing that's really dangerous is the paladin on Ajorably's side, so we're going to see what that looks like, because her turn is coming up.
Coming up right now, as a matter of fact. So, Shine. Oh, we should remind our viewers, seizure warning, but I guess it's too late.
Well, one mime is down, so it is a 2-on-2 now.
Alright, Sugar will whack her from behind. But Barrier, I think, just reactivates Protecting Shell. Flow 2 looks to work on the Paladin. Lancer, ouch, that's 300... Wait.
That was a sundown because she gave herself sundown with Shine. It does heal, but once again she gives herself sundown. So
did that lance attack heal that blind?
it healed the sundown. There's no text that says sundown. It just shows the status that it replaced, which is a bit annoying, but
Bar goes for Defy Pain.
Which doesn't work on himself, but does work on the bard, or the mime. Bonk.
But I guess it was nice of the bard to let the mime get in on that Define Pain heal. That's actually an interesting interaction.
Down goes the paladin, and it is just a mime left.
Although the paladin does get right back up, goes for another Shine.
But once again lands the sundown on herself.
I wonder if there probably is a combination where you can absorb Shine while being immune to blind. Although the Paladin doesn't seem to be any trouble hitting the Lancer right now.
Game 1 there goes to the demo team. Small 23 coming up next.
We haven't seen the Lancer utilize jump so far. He's been relegated to poking with his lance, probably because
he did jump on the mime, did 396.
Okay. Oh, so I guess his lance don't get a damage boost.
Oh, they do.
Jump? Okay. No, because I could have sworn he was doing the same amount of damage, but just using regular melee. That's why I got a little bit crossed up there.
Well, all of the regular melees were doing 50% extra thanks to that sundown.
Oh, it was a sundown thing. Okay, okay.
Yeah, which is why Shine for self-heal on Paladin is not as overpowered as it looked at first glance, because they are frequently just making themselves take 50% more and dying to the backswing.
I see. Damage split for a nice chunk.
Huge 160 damage split.
Poke and Dragon Spirit will now trigger. Time Mage will go for slow 2. See how many people she can catch.
A lot of dead bodies in the center there. Catches all three, but two of them are her own team.
And one of them is herself. Oh. See the more shine on that berserker sage. Lance would be jumping on a dead bard. Well, undead bard, I guess. But he's no longer moving.
And it is once again just a mime. Chemist, unfortunately, didn't even have enough JP for potion.
What does your chemist have?
Literally nothing.
So he's just a generic attacker.
Yep, he has an axe, and that was all I could do. I had literally 0 JP left for him. That sage was actually really expensive.
Oh my god. I can see why. I mean, it's trying to combine, like, what is it, 2 rods with bulk?
Yeah, so 2 swords from Ninja plus the unlock on Sage that overlaps literally none. It's just a mess.
Yeah, I can see that. That's why I tried to not overlap too much and stick with the basic, not basic, but rather like combinations that just flow well. I mean, it's a cool idea. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, expensive as hell.
Well, like I said, it's preseason, so I wanted to do silly things, because that's the whole point.
Yeah. I mean, I've been known for like doing gimmick teams too. I at one point did like a team that had like 2 gamblers' axes in go throw or go toss.
Although, I mean, that said, somebody also told me that the dragon rods were awful with -2 MA and speed. So I'm like, yeah, well, I'll show you. I'm going to equip someone with 2 of them, and they're going to break people. And there we go. Anyways, match goes 2-0 to the demo team. Up next, we have Aura versus Omegasuspekt, Kero Splat versus X-Ops. Yes, item limit is in effect break. I tested it very rigorously. It works. So up first for Aura, we have Kero the Sage with Item Barrier Equip Shield and Magic Defend Up. Pointer Magic for Frog 2. This whole team is all about Frog. Ribbit the Wizard with Black Magic for Frog. White Magic, MA Save, Magic Attack Up, and Equip Katana. Stoned the Oracle with Yin Yang Magic, Punch Art, Counter, Overflow, and Sicken. Wizard Staff having a Frog proc on it. And Truant the Chemist with Time Magic, Auto Potion, and Defense Up. On the other side, for Omegasuspekt, we have Partisan the Lancer, nice pun on the name there, with Draw Out, Counter, Deadshot, and Defense Up. Harrier the Sage with Throw, Weapon Guard, 2 swords, and Magic Defend Up. 2 swords in this case just for the stat bonus on the Nagrarok.
And not just that, but 16 speed with Throw. That means Throw's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that Sage is dangerous. Zealot the Spellblade with Basic Skill, Dragon Spirit, Attack Up, and Guts. And Attendant the Chemist with Time Magic, Counter Magic, and Equip Shield. We're heading down to Large 6. Did I get the... Yeah, I did. Yeah, Sage having increased speed and, well, natural ability to equip swords with Nagrarok means that Sages can be made faster than ninjas.
What was? I'm actually curious. Why give a lot of the mages that sudden speed boost? Like,
Because charging no longer regain CT while charging. So if you're charging up a spell, you're not regaining CT. So that extra speed is to compensate for that to some degree.
looks like it's saying Twitch chat is not showing on the stream.
Yeah, I see that. I will have to mess with my sources a little. Yes, that is the Sage passive hero. Yeah, I see the chat box isn't up. I'm going to have to edit it. I, as you remember from yesterday, had some problems and had to rebuild the streaming environment, and it appears that one is just broken. I will get that set back up and fixed for tomorrow's stream. Like I said, wouldn't be Colo without a day one disaster.
Confusion misses. Ribbit will go for 100%. 100% of what, though? Let's find out. Double panel haste. Connecting. Kiyomori. The other side is just setting up with Protect Shell and haste. Frog 2. Oh, hits himself. Unfortunate. Oh, but the wizard was right there, too.
With a precast Asuna, no less.
He bailed her out, but didn't save her from that shuriken shot. That was rather funny. I wonder if he casted in the event that was going to backfire.
I don't know. It may be that Asuna is being cast on things without negatives. I'll have to look into the Doku Rider patches, but we'll see.
Because I remember one time seeing like two revivers using the same revival spell on one fallen unit in case one of them doesn't succeed.
So
like,
yeah,
I see that happen.
So yeah, it could just be preemptive. Yeah, we're going to be in our own AoE, so let's set the cure up.
Alright, anyways. So it looks to be a 3-on-3 at the minute. Crit shot. Well, I think it's a dead shot. And I think Auto Potion also eats into their item count as well, if I'm assuming.
Potion does not cost an item, so it will not.
Okay, so Auto Potion can still be a thing.
Yeah, that was mostly why potions don't count as items, so I don't have to dick around with, like, making Auto Potion work with items, because Auto Potion is already kind of a difficult to mess with assembly piece.
It's understandable. Plus, Auto Potion was really good in the vanilla game if you just simply have nothing but X potions. Slow 2 hits the Lancer. Confusion Song hits the Chemist.
Although Hyper Sage is up and ready to throw. But only 75.
No, that's actually rather good because of oh, Frog. that was rather good because sometimes you need a soft hidden attack to knock your ally out of confusion without severely injuring them.
Had to be compatibility.
Could be that, yeah. Like sometimes doing neutral to bad compatibility, if set up specifically, could actually come into play. Paralyze goes off, and it misses the frog. Not that I think it would matter too much. I mean, what can a frog do?
Run away!
Shuriken for 120. Chakra for 5 MP. For 5 MP. That's like the lowest chakra that's like the lowest, that's like the least effective chakra I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, thanks, BTB. He was instrumental in getting things set up last night. He's the one who helped me get the stream program working again.
Alright, so kudos to you, good sir.
BTB, of course, one of the other admins over at NG Plus like me, so he is the best.
And I'm sure he won't forget it. Alright, so Harry the Sage goes for immediate Shuriken, which also triggers Barrier. That still is going to leave us susceptible to being 2-hit KO'd, I think, from that range. Let's see. Kiyomori for a protecting shell. Isuna goes off a little bit too quickly, though.
I mean, I guess he's trying to set sturdy.
There is confusion. That was set. But he still has the wherewithal to throw a shuriken at a Camus anyways. Or a magic shuriken in this case.
Yeah, as it turns out, when you have a high priority on protect and shell, then Warren just keeps getting used because they keep running out before your next turn.
Alright, so the wizard will go forward. So what exactly does Sturdy do in this case?
Immunity to negative effects.
Okay, so it's kind of like, well, I guess I can't think of something equivalent in Final Fantasy, but like Safeguard in Pokemon, where once you use Safeguard, you're immune to status for 5 turns.
Yeah, similar to that.
Okay, okay. I never got the difference though between Esuna and Basuna. See, counter magic goes off. Oh, nice instance of counter magic right there. And Petrify lands. Oh, I was just talking about in general.
Look at that frog just freaking out over there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Saul. I was talking about FF2's Basuna. I never exactly understood the difference, and I have beaten FF2 a long while ago, but I have beaten the game. Pixel Remaster, of course. And you can still own the final boss with the Blood Sword. Statuses wear off in battle. As soon as one that persists. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Because statuses somehow work differently in that game. Sorry, my question didn't mean to have that take away some moments of the action, as there's actually quite a bit going on.
Looks like the Spellblade is getting his offense on, and it's making quite the difference.
Yeah. Alright, Frog Sage snags a crystal. When that Spellblade, well, Weegraph, could have used it, but guess not.
Didn't need it. It just takes the match 2-0. Up next, we have Barren 2 versus Soul. Equip X 2.0 versus Friends to the End.
Oh yeah, we get to have another look at my team.
Alright, with Equip X, of course, we have Equip Spear on a ninja for that double Dragon Whisker. Also with Hamido and Concentrate, this ninja is capable of putting out some real big damage. Polaris the Thief with Equip Axe for a Battle Axe, also with Concentrate. Vega the Samurai with Equip Sword for that two-handed slasher. And Sirius the Knight with Equip Bows for a hunting bow, with white magic damage split and short charge. On the other side, for the friends, we have Kiss Me the Great Morble, your best friend the ninja, double spell edge with Weapon Guard, Abandon, and Monster Talk for that huge 19 MA talk skill. Our friend the priest with Time Magic, Auto Potion, half of MP and maintenance. And Fists our friend the monk with basic skill counter, Equip Shield, and Jump +1. Probably ran out of JP and just gave it something. Going to large 45 to start.
Yeah, funnily enough, I made sure that my team altogether collectively uses the maximum amount of JP allowed, so no leftovers.
Oh, is this the one where the monk had a hat? Let me... One sec.
Can monks equip helmets? I don't think so.
There was a team in the preseason, yeah, who had a hat he was not entitled to because, whoops, we forgot about it. It was something we had to fix in the team builder, and it was submitted super early, so never got fixed. So now it's fixed.
Okay. Okay. No, 'cause I was say I don't think monks could be able to equip helmet, not without equip armor, but you know.
Yeah, good catch there. Thanks. I had forgotten that there were like a couple of YML fixes that I needed to make.
Okay. Although monks were able to equip light hats like normal, I would imagine that they'd be pretty menacing.
They would definitely have their stats lowered to make that work.
Alright, double panel protect. And see a little bit, see a warn as well. Yeah, basically I was trying to recreate the samurai battle song with the weapons proccing something. That's what I'm trying to go for there. Like the battle axe I know can proc, yeah, whatever that did. And +1 PA for my ninja was actually pretty good. That means his Dragon Whisker is going to be doing a lot of damage, or as much damage as it could do. No double Fire Breath proc, but that's okay. Battle song for everyone. The thief goes down. That's a bit unfortunate. Decay. Kills my ninja. Ooh, not great. Yeah, I think my team got absurdly lucky with all the Fire Breath procs.
For whatever reason, the chat box is not letting me load up its properties. It's just spinny wheeling on me.
But that ninja is like passing re-rays around like it's free candy. Let's see. Hopefully my night. Okay, at least the full life is 100%. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think my team might need like a charm or something of note. Oh, charm is now working on both sexes. Okay.
Yeah, charm is no longer gender locked.
I see.
Transparent does in fact work with magic break. Hero, that is in fact the name of the patch. If you look in the XML at the end of the month, that is what the gender unlock patch is called.
And down goes the monk. He needed to go. But no, he's coming back. See, MA save on my samurai. Definitely needs that.
$280, not enough to take down the priest.
Petrify. That's gonna be a huge blow. My samurai will take out that ninja though. I think he already has revays onto himself though. And that poison's going to eventually just take its toll on me, and I think I lose. And I didn't realize full life costs so much MP.
Yeah, all the revives are expensive. If they don't cost mana, they have diminishing returns.
Yeah, my team just got wrecked.
Well, is only the preseason.
Yeah. It looks like Soul's right now gotten a little bit of revenge.
Now, the Paladin one costs MP, Hero. Yeah, it was like a last-minute change. It was in the DC as it came out on, like, the last day update.
I think the spell magic is AoE in this one.
Depends on which one. Game 1 goes to Saul, and we'll go to Small 43. I'm going to watch this one a little closer. Oh no, preach for re-raise immediately. I'm going to have to dig into the AI and fix that because I explicitly do not want that happening. And I didn't patch in the patch that removes that, so something else is dealing with that I'm going to have to dig into tonight.
I mean, he only attacked, I think, what, once? Death sentence. That's an interesting stat right there.
I almost had a I almost had a bit of a disaster with death sentence earlier in the month. Nice proc there. Takes out the priest right before her turn at that. Things looking a whole lot better for Equip-X this time around.
For now. Oh yeah, Astronaut basically baiting the decay. At least the Paladin can still do... Oh, he's gonna go for another Astronaut. I almost considered like half of MP, but I did want to make like a Equip-X something. But I guess though, there's only so much you can really do. And my ninja is gonna be dropping really soon. No demi proc on the slasher, unfortunately, as well.
Now it's just a question of how the Morble matches up against the Knight and the Samurai.
Yeah, I think that Ninja is doing a good job keeping my thief distracted. I mean, I'm convinced that's how Soul wanted this to go.
Ooh, the thief gets the Phoenix down instead of continuing on the ninja.
Which is honestly smart. Which is honestly smarter, because she'd be wasting her time. Plus, he's gonna sit there anyway, so...
Not anymore.
No, he's had to move a little bit.
Yeah, he's moving into position now that his teammate's dead, and he's willing to go back to offense.
So... Yeah, I mean, I do respect the intent behind that ninja for sure. And he does make a fine meat shield. Oh yeah, that's another cool thing. Three of my team members all have pseudo concentrate. Well, the ninja himself has concentrate, Thief and Nate concentrate, and my paladin with the hunting bow has
transparent.
Always, yeah. So at least 3 of the 4 will always hit their attacks.
Yeah, baity, evasive tanks, not very good against Equip-X. They are just prepared.
Plus, I got the battle song to make it more than just reliable chip damage. They're going to be reliable Orcos, if that makes sense. Let's see, Charm doesn't work. 44% is not exactly high. Battle song on the... Didn't get the ninja, which is kind of a bit of a shame.
Really nice on the proc, though.
I think that will cause him to basically just run and use Preach again.
Yeah, that is likely the case.
And I think the Thief is going to block that. Oh, no, Ninja gets healed. Just in time, too. My Thief goes down. Yeah, unfortunately, my Knight has to move in a little closer to be able to pick her up.
Oof. A crit and another hit following up. Monk is near fatal.
See, the Priest is going to have to go for another Rejuvenate here.
Plenty of mana to do it with, though. Decay lands the perfect shot, gets the dead.
I wonder if I'm just not getting lucky with the demi proccing, or is it just the chances are just really that low?
What has Demi?
The slasher.
Oh, so 20%. Yeah, 1 in 5.
Okay. Just enough to knock out my ninja. Ooh,
Death
that's
sentence?
not good. That's not good, too. That's not good, because he's like my most reliable reviver. And I think he's out of MP on top of that.
Yeah, he's only at 25, and the revives are 50 each, so... Death Sentence was definitely source of one of the funniest bugs of the month, where it was starting off with 0 duration, and then looping back to 3 instead of going off. I found out why that was. It wasn't that it was setting duration at 0, it was setting its duration at 60-something, and the way Death Sentence works, if it has a duration bigger than 3, is it wraps back around. So Death Sentence for 4 shows a 0, and Death Sentence for 5 shows a 1.
Now, is Raise and Full Life both 50 MP, or is it just...
They're both.
Okay, so...
Because Raise is instant.
Oh, it's instant, okay. That's good to note.
Yeah, many changes were made.
Yeah, in many of which I did not really look into, but that's okay. It was still fun, Soul. GG.
Match goes 2-1 to Soul. Up next, we have Love-Colored Magic versus Paffey. That Final Fantasy with 4,000 ports and remakes versus Down to Clown Face-Off, the people behind the masks between tours. The deep lore of the clowns. Up first for Love-Colored Magic, we have Cecil the Paladin with basic skill HP restore, attack up, and move HP up. Rydia the Summoner with item absorb used magic, short charge, and move. Rosa the Priest with precision, auto potion, concentrate, and equip bows for that mithril bow. And Edge the Ninja. We'll be seeing a lot of these this month. Double Spell Edge Ninja with Regenerator, Magic Attack Up, and Move +2. On
and
the other
Geomancy
side,
on top of that, yikes. 20 MA?
9 times, so it should be 180, so not actually that enormous. Or actually, no, it's 9 plus Magic Attack Up is 11, so 220 actually, so still not all that much. On the other side, for the Clown's Face-Off, Mary Higgins the Time Mage with Summon Magic, Auto Potion, Short Charge, and Guts. Bob the Aribo. John Styles the Ninja with Item, Catch, Concentrate, and Throw Item. And Leroy Stone the Ninja with Punch Art, Weapon Guard, and Attack Up. We'll go to large 59. I mean, it's still good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not as good as it would be in previous months because hit point totals are much higher than that now.
For everyone overall?
The statuses are weaker, though, Soul, since Stop doesn't exist and Petrify isn't on Geomancy anymore. New map is in, but because these are the maps I generated for October, none of them are in today. But we will be seeing them in coming days. Yeah, I could have, like, regenerated the card to have different matchups and different maps, and I didn't because I'm lazy, so...
Alright, so Mr. Styles throws an Ambrosia to the time base. We're filling her MP, like, pretty much immediately. I suppose, just to make sure it remains full.
I am going to look into figuring out why the heck it thinks Asuna when they have nothing to cure is a viable plan. Hopefully I'll have that sorted by tomorrow.
Card model, one for 171, the other one for 144. I'm assuming there's compatibility involved in both of those damage output. Alright, Regenerator goes off. Berserker starts berserking.
So Hero, I'm gonna like make someone who thinks Asuna's a negative or Sturdy's a negative status and see who they cast it on.
Temporal Strike. Landed for 189. Taking out the Aribo, who gets right back up.
Big Bahamut, a bunch of buffs to summoner damage, so it is enough.
I remember for the longest time when I would record these matches, whenever Bahamut shows up, the screen goes white upon impact of that Mega Flare. Not that it glitches out, but rather like, for whatever reason, when Mega Flare goes off, you don't see Bahamut actually casting Mega Flare. It probably is due to like a video plugin I was using, but it will always make the screen go white, like as if the entire map gets like eclipsed by Mega Flare. It's cool in one sense, but in the other, I want to see the freaking dragon.
Paladin is up and Judgment is dodged. Whoosh. Down goes the summoner. But a full life was precast on her. Nice.
That was a cool little, neat, cute little reversal there.
And she is up just in time for a huge Leviathan. Double kill.
Yeah, I was saying it was double kill on top of that.
Juggler running to the back corner, but probably not going to be enough.
Wait, how did that Phoenix Down miss?
Ah, so I didn't fix that. I thought I did. Doesn't matter to this match. I'll make a note to that.
Yeah.
That was the 8th item. The 8th item sometime, or I thought I had fixed the 8th item missing, but I did not. It's okay. I'll get it.
Is it just the 8th item used specifically, or is it like every 8 items?
The 8th specifically.
Okay.
The last item you use sets your item quantity to 0, and I had originally had in the originally in the code, I had it set such that if your item quantity was 0, it missed, because I thought the AI would stop using it if it thought it was going to miss. But they didn't stop using them, so...
It's something that would definitely need to be addressed. But thankfully, you know, as we said before, this is why Preseason exists, to encounter such bugs and AI quirks.
Yep. I'm gonna dig into the AI a bit and see if Sturdy is really the reason for Asuna, and I'm gonna fix that item 8 missing thing.
Alright, that piggy cat got inflicted with slow onto itself. I mean, Haste fixed it, but is that a? Oh, I know what it is. It's when you do something to the Time Mage, you automatically get slowed, right?
That is correct. Attacking a charging Time Mage does slow you.
Please eat.
I don't actually have a trap in it to tell if it's a positive or negative thing being done to it. Let me double check my notes real fast. What does the data companion say? Time Mage. Class Innate. Inflict slow on attackers. Yeah, I will, I'll probably add something in that, that it has to have actual damage coming in to land. Which should be fairly straightforward. That was a win for player 1, right?
It was a winner who was I know it was not it was the one that had the not Time Mage in Uribo.
Yeah, it said player 1 wins, so 2-0 for Love Colored Magic. Alright. Up next, I think this is a match we ended up having to skip last time because they were just so charming that the match was never ending. So let's quickly review it before we do that again. Jordans for Talcall. We have Jordan the Lancer with Holy Sword, Weapon Guard, and 2 hands for that 2-handed Holy Lance. Yeezy the Knight with basic skill and defense up. Nike the Spellblade with Steel, Dragon Spirit attack up, and jump. And Supreme the Ninja with item CT save, equip shield, and throw item. On the other side for Encanto, we have Double Mind Flare for mind controls. Aribo for nose breath, and Porky for nose breath. Team full of charming monsters. Sorry about your luck, Talcall.
Alright, let's see what those double Mind Flare, double Uribo combos going to be able to do. I'm assuming this is a team that has no revival, but only has re-raise to fall back on. while the other one looks to be a pretty well balanced team. Count Flood inflicts slow. See, Count Flood inflicts slow hair, so 2 for 2 for slow. A regular attack. Aqualung to finish off that ninja. And Mind Control onto the Lancer, but misses. Charm does land onto the Aribo.
Give me 1 second, Raz. Let me check that actually. Let's see, job was Mind Flare. Just lucky they don't have Overflow anymore. I was worried I'd forgotten to take it off them, but nope. Wait, that just Steel Brave? Okay, nope, had that. Steel Strength is stealing Brave. I know exactly what that is, because Brave is 35 and Strength is 36. I just straight up wrote the wrong number in that. That's an easy fix. That's funny, though. One piggy down.
One more to go.
And that's not a revive pig either.
Nobody got those breath. No Mind Control this time.
And that one isn't in range. Lancer's gonna be able to get in and take out the pig. Oh, there goes her weapon. Or armor. I think it was armor. But whatever.
I think it was Blast Hard Punch, which breaks the weapon.
Mm. So the knight is uncharmed.
Oh, Blast Hard is now. Oh no, you're right. Hellcry's weapon. You're right. My apologies.
Shellbust is armor, yeah. Alright, so the charms have flipped around, and the Jordans are once again in the lead. Or were. Although a 275 straight dash takes out that squid. That's huge. $100 counter flood does not quite do enough. Pig charm wears off, and squid goes for a charm, lands it on the knight. It is just the spell blade left up for the Jordans. But he does have the lightning stab to break the charm. And a quick cheer up for regen and running away. Knight is fine. Aqualung just short of being able to take him out as well. Unfortunately, Spellblade is charmed and is going to go deal with that knight. Knight is down. It is a 2-on-1.
This is definitely quite a turnaround from the monster team.
And there's the charm break, followed by a charm on its back.
I wonder if this is going to be a loop where... Wait. Oink now... now heals MP?
Weird. I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, because that's... Yeah, this is the Porky. I know Oink is supposed to revive.
Yeah, I probably just accidentally switched its formula. That happens sometimes. Alright, so I'll have that ready for tomorrow as well.
Steel Strength. Oh.
Yeah, the problem there crashed it. And that's fine, I don't care. It's whatever.
So, okay. So, Steel Strength. What... Is that supposed to steal 1 PA from, like, its target?
Yeah, PA, not BR, but I fumbled the coding of it. I'll look it over tonight. No big deal. We'll just go to the small map.
So I'm assuming you'll award in round 1 to the monster team because it's just numbers.
I mean, I'm mostly deferring that because I expect the match to get quagmired into charms again. So mostly we're just watching to see if we learn anything else before I move on to the next match.
I see. So, straight dash for crit knockback. Followed by another straight dash, and that does not quite take out the Lancer. She is pretty beefy.
And the Aqualung misses too. But the second doesn't, and she goes down under the weight of the entire enemy team.
But you notice it took all 4 of them to take out 1 Lancer. That gives the other team a chance to move in.
Unfortunately, a HP restore triggers on that pig. That is not where you want to be as the Jordans.
See, please eat. Squid says no thank. No, Mind Flare says no thank you. I'm not hungry. Dragon
I don't
Spirit
eat bacon. I only eat brains.
He's a zombie then.
Roar.
All right, cheer up is going off aplenty actually. Blood Sword's gonna combo quite well with the passive regen. Well, now he's being force-fed the bacon. Straight dash for 220, not enough. But physical attack will take him down. He does have re-raise though. He'll pop up at any second. Force feeding more meat. Nose breath misses. Cannon Flood, no Petrify. Well, Petrify, as you stated, doesn't exist in Geomancy anymore. Pig's energy is indeed paying off so far. More, please eat. Nose breath will not connect. Not that it matters. As the mind flares and the pigs are about to pick apart human delicacy.
What was Carve Model showing, Hero? It's supposed to be fatigue. Was it something else? Yeah, fatigue does look like stop, because it's in stop slot, so it visually appears that way. Although
So
you'll notice a unit with stop will just be standing there, it'll take its turn, and it'll walk like normal, and then stop moving when it gets at its destination. It's kind of funny.
So what exactly is fatigue supposed to do? It's supposed to function like stop?
No, not at all. It doubles your MP costs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, MP is at a much deeper premium this month, so fatigue is actually just a real attrition status.
So it's supposed to basically counter the fact that there's plenty more MP to be going around.
Well, spells are stronger and cost more, so you actually have to pay attention to your MP pool. Well, fatigue was especially brutal last month because I accidentally coded it twice, 2 instructions away from each other, so it was actually quadrupling MP costs.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just didn't notice I coded it twice. I, coded it, thought I didn't, and then coded it again the next day. I mean, yes, anything like that's possible, Break. And I think we've seen enough of the group hug here.
The love fest.
Yeah. Moving on, thank you for your sacrifice, you two. Paddy and Korremar up next.
The love gods are certainly pleased.
Alright, Paddy with bridges and Korremar with giants. For the bridges, we have Porter Bridges, the Lancer with Double Dragon Whisker, Precision, Hamido, and 2 swords, and Guts. Princess Beach, the Lancer with Item Counter Attack Up and Defense Up. Fragile the Samurai with Yin Yang Magic, Critical Quick, Magic Attack Up, and Magic Defend Up. A lot of attack plus defends in the Empower plus support slots. And Die Hard Man the Samurai with Sword Magic, Dragon Spirit, Deadshot, and Move HP Up. On the other side, for the Giants, we have Alcyonius the Lancer with Punch Art, MP Switch, Martial Arts, and Move +2. Enceladus the Squire with Yin Yang Magic, HP Restore, Overflow for that Tidal Axe, and Guts. Ogigos the Chemist with Steel, Dragon Spirit, Concentrate, and Move +1. And Porphyrion the King Behemoth with Omegasuspekt. Yep, I sure don't know how to say half those words. Going to large 29 to start. I just, put my head down and barrel on through them. What do you want from me?
I'm more or less the same way. There are a number of names that I'm sure I butchered over the years.
Simmon does it on purpose.
He does, yeah.
Anyways, opening cheer up for starting regen. Another one of those things that did get fixed with the AI changes. Although I'm going to need to fine-tune them before tomorrow. I may be a little late tomorrow, but hopefully not all that much. I have a Friendsgiving dinner at 5, and we'll probably do some, like, hanging out and gaming after, so I expect, like, I might be a little late getting home if I lose track of time. But we are still on for tomorrow. Double 220. Huge hits take out the Lancer. Phoenix Down brings her back up, but Sundowned. I'm glad to see I fixed there was a sundown bug where anything targeting you would make it go away, so you could, like, heal yourself and it just goes away. But now only damage and, of course, the item dedicated to it are the only things that remove it. I had to fix a lot of things. It was a disaster. Axe gets the Rising Tide. Just to double check while we're here.
What? Wait. So, Rising Tide with a huge heart that pops up?
55 Brave, 55 Brave, 75 Brave, and 75 Brave. So yeah, +5 to the team. I definitely need a different graphic for that, but that's just the one that came with it, so...
So the Love Fest does continue. It's a huge heart that appeared.
That just happened to be what was in the slot. I believe Rising Tide replaced Allure.
Okay. Heaven's Cloud doing nice damage to that Squire. Oh, double. Oh, that Hamido. That Lancer is
dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, taking no prisoners.
Although he goes down himself.
Indeed. But he gets right back up, thanks to a single chicken feather.
Meanwhile, the behemoth at the bottom is just slowly scaling himself up.
Oh, but MP switch. Another MP switch.
No Ambrosia to recover the MP switch this time, so the Lancer is temporarily... Oh no, shields were down and she was immediately punished. The stab up continues, however. That behemoth is getting pretty big.
But bad move from the Samurai. He just gave the behemoth probably the best buffs possible. In addition to that +2 PA he garnered for himself.
Nice guts there to go along with HP restore. That lets him break out of that revive loop.
And the behemoth is going to finally KO the Samurai.
And the Squire actually does get a turn.
But is he going to be able to hold off against the opposition here? That's the other question.
Long range life break runs into a guts as well, so the Lancer survives. Guts on both sides of this field.
Yeah, I think green team is... It's just about got it, I think. Unless...
Once again, a guts.
That Lancer's still running away. I wonder if he can outrun the behemoth, assuming he can snag a crystal.
Down goes that Samurai, though. And Behemoth switches targets to the Lancer.
The female Lancer, to be more precise.
Well, the other Lancer's on the ground dead, so...
No.
Oh, right. He's the runner, yeah. Another axe hit. And a re-raise off of that lance. Dragon Spirit plus Guts plus HP Restore. What a scary combo on that Chemist.
Certainly one of the most annoying combos to deal with.
And being a Chemist, he has more than 8 items. He has 16.
Oh, so that's the max cap for item consumption, like 16 on...
Chemists just have double because of their class innate. Everyone else has 8.
So they could... So, like, 8 items for every slot? Like 8 potions, 8 Phoenix Downs, and stuff like that?
8 items total.
Okay. So there's no chain or loop that could just be everlasting.
Nope.
I see.
When you're out of items, you are out of items. The way I describe it is that they're very good planners, so that the 8 items that you used in battle were the 8 they brought. They're just so good at planning ahead.
I guess so. Although I suppose you would have to be deliberate in how you split up items in terms of secondary or primary, I suppose. Like one item user can be HP and Phoenix down, while the other is just status, I suppose. I don't know. Or mix the two.
Oh. Damn it. Now, Heroic Gloves. Heroic Gloves are immune to Crystal. So if you want someone to always be available for revives, Heroic Gloves do provide that service. A real back and forth between these teams. Behemoth goes down. Chemist continues with Phoenix Downs, but has to be running pretty low on him by now. Life break out of the Behemoth. Misses once again.
Yeah, he has not been landing these attacks as often as he would like.
Top Lancer just backs away. And Samurai goes down. Chemist has the Ambrosia. There's the heal for the Lancer, and a crystal for the Behemoth. And Red is looking like they have run out of tricks.
Earth Flash is a proc stop. Wonderful.
Well, fatigue, but as you can see, she does walk and move. She just is too tired for that walking in place crap.
Yeah, I think she's done getting her blood pumping. Well, fatigue wore off really quickly.
Yeah, it's only
Obviously,
a 20 tick thing, so. Game 1 goes to the Giants. What a back and forth match that one was. Starting off regen for the Squire, and then he makes for the high ground. Doesn't have a bow, you know, just really likes perching in tall places.
See, Green
Oh,
Lancer
boy.
forward, quad hit Earth Slash. 2 of them got fatigued.
Lancer
Right,
avoids the sundown, so only
MP
168.
Well, technically nothing thanks to MP switch.
Although that certainly ate her entire MP well, so
That's true.
conk.
I see a little nice sword action.
Probably not worth it with the re-raise kicking off. Oof. Down goes the chemist.
Although that re-raise will trigger very soon from now.
300 punch takes that Lancer right out. Phoenix down does bring him back.
Sundown does connect this time.
No proc on the axe. Chemist back up with an ambrosia for himself.
Still, 350 is a huge chunk. And 440 is just way too much.
Behemoth once again starting to rebuild its attack. Ooh, a big cheery coming out. Unfortunately, HP restore on the Squire and MP switch on the Behemoth makes it not quite pay off. Squire misses on the revenge kill with the axe, though, so the Samurai is still there waiting. Ambrosia to refill the tank on the Behemoth. And just in time, Behemoth barely survives. Follow-up Omegast does huge damage to the Samurai, leaving him at 6. $156 takes out that Samurai, but he does have the re-raise, and he is revenge killed by the Lancer. He does have Phoenix down, and he does get in the Masa from the Samurai, who is running away. Behemoth just getting into the corner. Will the Chemist be able to Phoenix down in time, or is the Lancer out? The proc on the Lance makes it so that the Lancer stays down to crystallize.
There's that not a lore proc. But there is a crystal.
Night Sword 192. Behemoth just staying out of it. It is looking very good for the bridges this time. So we will probably be seeing a Game 3 here. Just goes to show you how one little thing can change everything. That one little Lance proc basically guaranteed Reds win. MP switch. Behemoth is positioned to cause some crazy things here. Have to be extremely lucky, but it is possible. But unfortunately, his luck stops there, and the Samurai does waste a turn, but that haste will probably ensure he goes again before the Behemoth, so probably still fine. Yup, there it is. Behemoth down. We're going to a Game 3. Medium 84 for the decider. Two very evenly matched teams here. Once again, the starting regen there.
As well as the starting Masamune, yeah.
Bunch of regens and hastes over on the other side. Slightly better. Lancer is under fire, but tanking it just fine. Sundown does catch the Chemist. Next hit on him is going to be big. .440, Lancer survives, but doesn't survive the follow-up. There's a rising tide for the team, 5 brave for them.
It's kind of like a big version of those support points you build in Fire Emblem.
Once again, Lancer goes down. 248, big hit on the Squire. Sundown once again failing the follow-up. And a guts into an HP restore keeps him alive.
The 30% chance is kicking in.
30% is basically 100%.
Might as well be, yeah.
Phoenix down for the Lancer. But once again, Red Lancer is there with the answer. Behemoth has the MP switch. Huge hit on the Squire. Followed by, once again, a crit that he survives. There's another Phoenix down. Squire goes down. First one was guts, second one was not. Looking pretty good for red. Just that one unit up on top of the hill left. Chemist has a Phoenix down, but that's probably too little too late. The entire red team is surrounding that Lancer and just cutting off the escape of that Chemist. And the Flame Proc finishes it off. Match goes 2-0 to Bridges, or 2-1 to Bridges, excuse me.
All right. I'm probably gonna be going to bed now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got the rest of it.
Not a problem. Well, everyone enjoy the rest of the night.
Thanks for being here, Barren.
Yeah. All right.
Get some
Night
sleep.
all.
All right, up next we have Hero versus Simmon 1. There are some who call me versus Land of Confusion. All right, for Hero we have Apprentice Sorcerer the Mime with Mimic. Mawkor the Dancer with Draw Out, HP Restore, Equip Shield, and Magic Defend Up. Also that X-Bag. Those are going to be some big dances. Pirate Ship the Bard with Item, Weapon Guard, Equip Armor, and Defense Up. And Prodigal Sorcerer the Second Mime. On the other side, for the Land of Confusion, we have Ketzenjammer, Mime number 3. Disturbed, Mime number 4. Inflames the Samurai with Precision, Weapon Guard, and Concentrate. And Genesis the Summoner with Dance, Dragon Spirit, Equip Armor, and Defense Up. I get the impression this is, let's see, it's called Land of Confusion. Huh. These seem like metal names. Anyways, going to 82. Maybe that's the confusion. Yeah, I knew what yours were, Hero. I've used my share of Tims in the day. Masa comes out, and thanks to the mimes, gets all of them. And same for the other team. Everyone is hasted and regened. Bard starts the song up. So a singer on one side and a dancer on the other. Let's see what falls out. We have a nameless to start, and the Land of Confusion lives up to its name. Life Song comes out and is mimicked. Team is at full. Just a big old mime mime pile in the center there. Punch, 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 punch. Life Song follows, but only 2 because one of them is down. The confusion breaks on the damage from the X-Bag. I had never really considered that application for X-Bag as like a quick break for charms or confuses, but I like it. Just more mime on mime violence. And whatever the opposite of violence is. Four v 4 once more. Kindolence. We get 2 confusions out of that one. Mimes, be quick. Oof. Knocks him off the platform and runs away. He runs away only for the regen to pick him back up. That's a poison. That's also going to break the confusion. Dancer's still dancing. There goes a pair of confusion breaks, followed by a poison. Of course, Bard continues to bring the mime back up. But the enemy mime is there with the response. And now the Bard, or no, the Dancer is under fire. 144 from the mime. Don't move on the enemy Dancer. Summoner changing tacks, it looks like. Dragon Spirit follows. Samurai with a 130 at range. Mime is super low. 108 finishes off the Dancer. And this mime takes out the other. It is just the Bard versus the full team at Land of Confusion. Bard does bring the mime back up, but historically that has not been very effective. Sure enough, Bowshot takes the mime out. There's a punch on the Bard for 80. Other mime coming into position, but not quite there yet. But he is now. Bard is trapped in the corner. There will be no more Phoenix Downs coming out of him. Although he will get haste and regen thanks to the mimes from the other side. He starts singing. Takes 80. And Bard mime backs off to let him out. That's a mistake. Life Song comes out, 50 healed. Another 96 damage comes in. And there's once again that Phoenix down. And once again the Samurai from long range. Mime catches the Dancer, but gets a Dragon Spirit for its trouble. Once again, a Phoenix down for 8. Mime goes down. There's the Team Masamune once more from the Samurai. Or no, not in range for the Dancer. Speaking of the Land of Confusion, once more. There's 80 and blocking off the revive target. Although there is a Bloody Strings, it is going to have some trouble keeping pace with those mimes' damage. Only if it breaks. 91, Bard is critical. Starts a life song, but that's not going to be enough. The poison finishes him off. Game 1 goes to the Land of Confusion. Punch, 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 punch. Just one punch that time. Mime is down. And there's the full team haste and regen there. Same for the other side. Mimes killing mimes. Failed the counter. Oh no, down goes the mime. Both mimes are down from both sides. That poison on that dancer is going to be pretty good. Regen breaks the poison. Bard goes for that Phoenix down. Shot at range on the dancer for 147. It has the heal for its mime, and purple is taking the lead. It looks like white does not have a way to revive its mimes, so purple is just in the lead. Double protect. Vigilant Song, Shell Protect Protect. .45-45, breaking its own confusion. Although confused immediately once more. That's the second mime to crystallize. Or third. I don't know. Mimes, goodbyes. Bard starts to sing. Double confusion. Sure, why not? More confusions coming out. Bard confusion broken by the poison. Dancer is super low. And this will be enough to kill her. Goodbye. Overload giveth, overload taketh away. Poison on the bard in the corner. Samurai's getting pretty low there. 20 brave attack against the mime. Interesting. Mime's going to hit a lot lower with that. Lifesong's keeping the purple team topped up, but no offense to speak of. Critical for less than 100. Unfortunate. Mime's still not quite enough to take out the samurai. Bard being kept perpetually in life song mode. Vigilant fails. This mime might take out this samurai, and if it does, it's going to be over for the Land of Confusion. With that samurai down, it is in fact looking like the Tims will take this one. Down she goes. Yeah, re-raise doesn't count. You know how that works. I believe that's just the problem with mimes and doing dances that are, or songs that are out of bounds. Just the weird way that is sometimes. It definitely does have mimicable checked in its in its patcher data, so it is theoretically mimicable. Yeah, I just pulled it up and looked because I was curious. There's a don't move on the dancer, although, honestly, does she really? Well, strictly speaking, what is actually happening with Mimic that's causing problems is it looks at the direction from the original cast, and Dance is just an attack that has 255 range. So it looks at, like, the closest target, which is sometimes very far away, and the mime looks that many spaces away in that direction, and if it's out of bounds, the mime just won't mimic it. This is to prevent you from casting things like Bahamut off into the ether or something. So it has to do with, like, the direction the mime is facing. So, like, if you have a mime facing the wall, they'll just never mimic anything. Because everything would be out of bounds. Well, it's not they have to see the action, it's that the action has to be able to physically place on the map or they won't try to do it. Looks like purple has a commanding lead this time with both white bards or both white mimes down. Without any revival on the Land of Confusion side, it's probably going to end up going to the Tims. You see it again, the dancer for white team getting surrounded by mimes. Samurai goes down. And they know this is going to end on the next knives, so they don't even go for the kill themselves. And there it is. Match goes 2-1 to the Tims. Up next, we have Break versus Barren 1. Fallen Fruitless Flowers versus the Lady Knights. Hoo boy, this one gave me some trouble. The Lady Knights were the one that finally let me find that really weird Sicken bug. They were crashing in playtesting. Anyways, for the Fallen Fruitless Flowers, we have DisplayPort for the Archer with Time Magic, Hamito, and Equip Armor. HDMI 2.1A, the Samurai with Black Magic, MA Save, Magic Attack Up, and Defense Up. Thunderbolt for the Lancer with Punch Art, MP Switch, Martial Arts, and Move +1, a classic Lancer build. And USB 3.2 Generation 2, the Paladin with Black Magic, CT Save, Short Charge, and Jump +1. On the other side, for the Lady Knights, we have a bunch of Lady Knights. Catherine the Spellblade with Item Weapon Guard, Attack Up, and Move +2. Ingrid the Spellblade with White Magic, Arrow Guard, Concentrate, and that Sicken that cost me an entire night of bug hunting. Vanessa the Paladin with Basic Skill, Dragon Spirit, Jump +2, and Move +1. And Tana the Paladin with Black Magic, Counterflood, Magic Attack Up, and Float. We'll head to 30, the map that continuously gave me trouble. I've watched the first couple of turns of this match play out like 70 times. It's it's a whole thing. They all move in, get their early buffs with Masamune and Haste. Catherine moves up, Ingrid moves up. Up comes Vanessa and Tana. Everyone starts moving on in, and there's a blizzard coming out. There's a shot at range for 130 with a counter flood coming back. Samurai with a Kiyomori for the defense. Little chakra top off, and then the blizzard goes off. Catherine goes up, there's a lightning stab on 2, and now Ingrid's turn is up next. Or Vanessa, actually, with a judgment. Tana, because Ingrid had the early protect, and it would have frozen. So glad we have that fixed. Oh, I've watched this so many times. Alright, Asuna comes out. There's a Masamune on the other side. Huge blizzard, hits 3, misses 2. Wave Fist is guarded. Time Strike is not. We have the first casualty of the match. One of the Lady Knights goes down, but comes right back up with a Phoenix down. Stab in the back, but the proc is guarded. Would have been enough, but didn't quite get there. Explosion also guarded. That paladin just doesn't want to go down. Or slash for 69. Nice. Blizzard gets nowhere, though. Little flash heal for the front paladin. Just in time for the time strike, she survives. But a Strix Feather takes her re-raise out. She does proc it back, but she is super low. And down she goes. There's a Mega Potion. Devotion does not land. Down goes the Paladin once more. Very defensively bent green team in the back. Just poking down with that Archer. Paladin up with the swing. Counterflood heals her. Phoenix Down brings one back up, and everyone is back in the fight. And Devotion does give up the re-raise this time. Double haste Masamune, and Counterflood hurts her teammate. Unfortunate. But that guard comes in clutch. Time Strike finishing off one of the Paladins. So Protect coming out for Agrius. But a single shot takes out the Paladin in the back. Down goes another Spellblade. One's back up, but it is a 2-on-4. And that Devotion missed. But at least she stays up through that attack. Paladin chasing gets a haste. As do the other teammates. Green is all hasted up and 4-on-2. Down goes the back Paladin. It is 4-on-1. Wave Fist for 55. Bow misses. Time Strike 119. It's getting close. And the hastes are enough. Game 1 goes to the Fallen Fruitless Flowers. Small 70 coming up next. And it's so weird. Map 30 was the only map I could get the bug to happen on. I watched them play out small map 70 like a dozen times. Never a freeze. So weird. So Mega Potion for damage, caught in the MP switch. Stasis Sword comes out, gets the poison. But is immediately handled with the Masamune. Judgment for just 36. Yeah, it was super exciting when we got to go back to the volcano map after we solved purple pallets. Blizzard misses both targets. So does that bow. A lot of misses in this match. But down goes a green team member. And it looks like it is a 3-on-3. Wave Fist is enough to take her out. It is 2-on-3 now. Phoenix Down does bring her right back up, though. But the Archer is there with the answer. But it misses. Cyclone is guarded, only manages to heal himself. But the Wave Fist is enough. There she goes down again. Another Phoenix down, and she's back up. Vanessa has nothing but a basic attack here. And the Lancer once again with the kill. Team hastes and regens from the Samurai. It looks like green is once again getting ahead of the Lady Knights. Catherine the Spellblade with a Phoenix down, but that has not been particularly successful so far. 113 proc off that sword. Strix Feather triggers the Dragon Spirit, so another Strix Feather can come along behind. No, they lost 2 and 3 and lost the match. Strix Feather once more, but this one is guarded. Down goes the Paladin, and it is just Catherine. She's not having a whole lot of luck with these Phoenix downs. Down goes the Paladin, and it is once again just a Spellblade. Or no, there's just 2 Spellblades, rather. It's a 3-on-2. 32%, not a good hit rate. That white magic Spellblade, just super difficult to hit. Wave Fist is guarded. Yeah, on a 70 faith target, devotion is something like 49%-ish. I need to fix Time Mage and Summoner passives to not trigger on non-damaging attacks. Steel Strength is stealing, Brave, and also sometimes crashing things, so that's not right. And to quote my note file, what the heck is Oink doing? Oh yeah, 8th item, right. Well, it's not 8th strictly, it's last item, but yeah. There is some poison. Lancer with a jump once more. 189, not quite enough. There's a protect, but it's not enough. Lancer finishes her off. Samurai's attack is guarded, and that Spellblade very good at avoiding damage. Chakra for the Lancer to keep it up, but it's going to have to fight with that poison. Lightning Stab finishes it off. Samurai versus Spellblade. Lightning Stab hits, gets it the MA save. Picks up a crystal and goes for another swing, but it is guarded. Lancer is back with Chakra and no poison. Chakras once more. Those lightning blades are dealing a good amount of damage. Unfortunately, she appears to be running lower and lower on mana. They may be able to weather this storm. Sure enough, they do. Fallen Fruitless Flowers takes the match 2-0. Whoops. And our final match for the night, we have Sardek 1 versus Ajorably 2. Dance Puppets Dance versus Thanksgiving Roast. Going up to formation for Dance Puppets Dance, we have Crystal the Knight with Chaos Blade and Overflow. Item counter and move +3. Go-Go the Mime with Mimic. Celia the Dancer with White Magic, Arrow Guard, Equip Armor, and move HP up. and lead the Dancer with basic skill, weapon guard, equip shield, and equip sword. Super evasive. Yeah. On the other side, for Ajorably, we have Lemon the Thief with jump MP switch, jump +3, and equip spear. Jump 9, jumping thief. Rosemary the Ninja with double Tonberry knife and overflow, along with Hamido. Turkey the Chocobo with Choco Guard, and Spice the Summoner with that big overload bag with half of MP, defense up, barrier, and time magic. We'll go to large 15. Immediate haste 2. Followed by a sturdy. Ice Wolf Bite takes out her accessory. And the dancers begin their dancing. Moogle coming out. Nothing. Polka Polka. 2 hits. Another 2 hits. Pair of 13s, no proc. Did I forget to implement Terrifying Dance? I think I did. What is your brave? Sure did. It does nothing. Okay, have that written for fix. Ambrosia on the mime. That will not be happening. Defy Pain. A Moogle heal for the Chocobo, 189. Choco Guard comes out, Shell and Protect. A huge Odin follow-up. 462, that's lethal. So is that 440 jump. 209 Vital Strike. $180 MP switch on the Ambrosia. Second Vital Strike, not quite enough. So the Thief jumps right on out of there. Haste 2 comes out. And a Choco Cure behind. Chocobo is ready to go. Knight with Phoenix down instead of chasing the Thief. Knight with the Ambrosia takes out the Summoner. Eats 120 from Choco Cure, going to near fatal. Bard damages the Thief. Not enough. Choco Cure takes out the Knight, and the Thief will take out the Mime. Game 1 goes to the Thanksgiving Roast. Small map, that Summoner's going to be real dangerous. And with the team hastes to start, opening Ice Wolf Bite, there goes the accessory on the Ninja. Punch for the Thief catches MP. And it's dancing time. But uh-oh, Summoner's gonna get a huge cast off here. There's a jump from the Thief as well. Dead proc on the Knight. This one is over just as it began. Down goes the Mime. And there's Odin. Down goes one, but the other had the guard for it. Throat Punch breaks the performance. I think it was 440. And the dead proc there, and just like that, Thanksgiving Roasts makes a quick 2-0 work of the puppets. And that is that for the preseason. As always, thank you all for coming out, and hoo boy, this time much smoother than last time. I do still have a couple things to fix, but that is why we run the preseason in the first place, because it gives more eyes to the things that I might miss myself. So thank you all for coming out. Big thanks to Barren for being here for most of the commentary, and thanks to everybody who's been patient while we got things back on track for this month. I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow evening, hopefully on time, but maybe a little late. I'll see y'all then. Night.